Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is Tammi Morrison. In case you guys don't know, in case you're just popping up, my face just popped up in front of you. Welcome, YouTube, and welcome, TikTok. I am on YouTube talking about reinventing yourself. And so, for those of you that don't know, I've been on this journey of studying me and learning how to do me. Oh my God. Hold on one second, y'all. I got to take a pause. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, Carrie, Irene, how you doing today? Um, all right. I am resuming this live. Okay, so I wanted to talk about reinventing yourself because that is the journey that I am currently on and super excited. Thank you, Dr. Martin's in the house. Thank y'all for joining me as I talk a little bit about reinventing yourself. And so that's the journey that I'm on. And so I decided to just share that because I know that if I'm on this journey, y'all, I just ran the stairs. And I don't like to give excuses, but it is allergy season and I am working through some things, not wanting to take a whole bunch of pills and a bunch of medicine. I am not trying, I am working through shifting my concept of even that allergies or anything like that. Because I really honestly try not to take pills for anything. If I take a pill, y'all know it's bad. But yeah, so anyway, talking about reinventing yourself. To me, it's like, oh, thank you, appreciate that. I need all the recipes I can get. I actually just got some stuff. I have a friend that's an herbalist and she's sending me some stuff for the adrenals because that is something that I am dealing with right now. Is honestly, I'm on the wall. I'm on the wall. I'm really trying to keep my body from crashing. That's really where I'm at. And so I actually got some supplements today. I got me some ashwagandha because I knew I needed that. The stress hormone thing is happening for me. Um, I got some vitamin B complex as well, liquid, which y'all know liquid is always good. But I got some of that, and I started taking that. And she's gonna mail me my herbs, which I'm so super excited and grateful because that I even have people that I can call. And this beautiful sister Carrie is another one. I didn't realize she was that deep, but I'm glad we're having this conversation. But just to be able to have people that you can reach out to, and for me, that's always been a difficult thing. And so that actually is a part of me reinventing myself as well, because it was difficult for me to reach out to people. Thank y'all for tapping the screen on TikTok. I appreciate that. And thank y'all for joining me and hanging out. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat. But anyway, that's a part of it too, because I did not trust people. I have had a huge time with trust, and I knew I had trust issues. But that's another thing that, I have chosen to begin to deal with and work on as well as that. And so, me reaching out to people when I need help is huge, because typically I'm usually the person that people reach out to. I'm usually the person that, people say, oh, you know what? I called you. I need this, da, 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 da. I have a couple of friends that you know, they know who to reach out to for what. That's what I say. They know if they need some prayer, that I am the girl to reach out to. I'm going to pray, because that is who I am. I am a prayer warrior. I have been since I was a child. And so, anyway, that's a thing. But for me, just reaching out to people, and that is a whole part of reinventing myself, and trusting that if they were in that space, um and thank y'all for helping me meet my life goals too, and trusting that if they were in that space, then they could give me the help that I needed. You know what I mean? And for me, it's been a whole journey, and as I unpack it, and as y'all, I'm going to say it again, as I journal, because y'all, here is my journal. One of them, I have like a whole bunch. I have actually one just for scripting, and then I have one actually for just journaling my thoughts. I have one for journaling ideas. I have an idea book, notebook. And I also have, things on the phone. But one of the things I wanted to share about this process is, when you decide that you are going to reinvent yourself, because y'all, make no mistake, it is a decision. It's a decision. And so when you decide that you are going to reinvent yourself, and that you're going to make some shifts, you're going to change your life, whether it's, because for me it's like career and all kinds of stuff. And so when you decide that, the first step is to get clarity, to really get clarity. And one of the ways to do that is by getting yourself a notebook, or putting it on your phone, or if you have an electronic device or whatever, iPad, whatever you have, that you can take some notes on, that you can write on. And so as you begin to get clarity, one of the ways that I get clarity is I ask myself, who do I need to become? Who do I need to become? And then begin to consider, who this person is. If you are saying, and this, to me, this follows up on your affirmations. And so you're affirming, you're creating mantras that work for you and for your life. But this is following up on that, because once you decide, and get clarity on who it is that you desire to become, or who you actually already are at your core. Because whoever you desire to become is who you already are at your core, in another timeline. Okay. So what you're doing is you are accessing those other timelines. You're accessing those timelines in order to reinvent the person that you are today, for the person that you are becoming, or the person that you really already actually are. I know that sounds confusing, because it did when I first heard myself say it. But it's not really. It's like you're already this person. You just don't see it. This is not the timeline where you can see it. Okay, something is going on in my background, y'all. I don't know what I did. What did I do, Jesus? That ain't even the one. Okay, y'all. That was just crazy. I don't know what happened with that. It just did what it wanted to do. So anyway, I just want to continue to talk about that, because the thing is in reinventing yourself, and I'm pinning these series up here, y'all. Let's see. I'm pinning the series up here on TikTok, unlocking your intuition and connecting to your spiritual gifts. $4.99 for the series, and it's nice short little videos that will help you to understand and open up your spiritual gifts. Okay, and this is another commercial break. This is a series on how to meditate, $4.99. Can grab it right here on my TikTok. How to meditate, a series, $4.99, little short videos that will help you with understanding how to meditate, different types of meditations, because I want everybody to get to a space where, they can meditate and where they're not, because so many people tell me, oh, I can't meditate. And I hate to hear that. And so I really want people to understand that we can all meditate. Everyone can meditate. There are so many different types of meditations. And so you can choose one. You can choose more than one. If you're like me, I like variety. So I choose a few different types. Might not do the same one every day because I like variety. but anyway, once you begin to get the clarity on who she is or he is, they are, whatever you are. Once you begin to get the clarity, I say her because I'm a her. Once you get the clarity on her and you begin to really start understanding her, then you'll start breaking down who she is and what things that she does. Okay, so if you were her, what would you do? How would you act? If you were her, what places would you go? If you were her, what rooms would you be in? If you were her, what kind of work would you do? Or what kind of job would you do? Or what kind of business would you have? If you were her, where would you shop? How would you spend your money? What kind of investments would you have? I mean, these are all questions that you can ask and that I recommend that you ask as you are beginning to understand her, or him or them. Okay. And then step 3, you want to visualize her. You want to begin to visualize that person. Visualize that person that you just understood. What kind of food she eat? What she like to do? What kind of activities that does she do? You know, where does she go? What lights her up? What fills her up? What makes her happy? All of these things. Thank you for joining and thank y'all for tapping the screen. Thank you for helping me to meet my life goals. Thank you for sharing it out. I'm about to share it out some now with some folks. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping that screen and thank you for helping me to meet my life goals. And so, as we move forward though with reinventing ourselves, and when you start visualizing, and y'all know what, visualizing is easy. It's using your imagination. And I'm going to say this because it was very difficult when I started doing these processes in the beginning. It was very difficult for me. And so that's why I can come on here and talk to y'all and tell you how hard it was for me, and it was hard for me because I didn't believe. Okay, so it was a whole faith thing for me. And so this has been a faith journey and a faith walk for me. Now, I told y'all in the beginning, I am a prayer warrior and have been a prayer warrior all my life. However, the one thing that I ask is how are you a prayer warrior and you don't believe? And it didn't even I didn't even understand. I didn't even understand that I didn't believe. That is the other part. I started this process of reinventing myself, and then I understood and I started learning that I didn't believe, that I didn't have faith. And y'all, that was a hard thing for me to admit to myself. Because like I just told you, I've been a prayer warrior all my life. And so this guy is just as cute. And I've been a prayer warrior all my life, you know? And so in my mind, I'm thinking, how in the world is it possible that I could have been a prayer warrior and not had faith? Even though inside of myself, I call myself and I say that I am faith, and so that is what I've always embodied was faith. But I couldn't believe that you know, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And it was mind boggling to me when it actually came down and I started really seeing that no, I didn't have faith, you know. But when I started really diving into this and really starting to learn how to visualize and really starting to learn um how to shift, you know, and use my imagination. Y'all, it was really scary at first because I said, you know, I don't even know how to do this and I don't even know if this will work because I felt like I had done that in the past and it had not worked. You know how you say, I have done this in the past, you know, and so I'm not going to do that again. You know, and it really is, it's like training your mind. You know, thank you for tapping the screen. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank you for helping me to meet my life goal. Thank y'all for the roses. So again, and thank you for subscribing and thank y'all for joining my team. So anyway, you know, just making time to visualize, to imagine. And that's really what you're doing. You are imagining your life in the way that you desire. That's what you're doing. You're imagining it. You know, you're creating it on a grander scale. And then once you visualize it, which you're just imagining, and basically what you are doing is you're just close, you know, you don't even have to close your eyes. You can do this with your eyes open. I've done it with my eyes open, but you don't, you know, but closing your eyes to me helps to shield it for you and helps to block out all the other things that try to come in as you're, you know, with your eyes open. But you can have your eyes open and just imagine whatever it is that you desire. Imagine it just to show up for you. Just imagine, you know, and that really is what visualization is. It's just imagining it as you desire it. So seeing it in your mind's eye as you want it. That's what visualization is. And that is a part of this reinventing yourself. Because I told you first, and I'm going to recap really quickly, you want clarity on who you are. That's the major thing. You want clarity on who you are. So decide who you are. Decide who it is that you are going to be. You know, it's like Clark Kent decided he was going to be Superman. Um, what's his name? Peter decided he was going to be Spider-Man. You know, and so many people have decided that they were going to be things. You know, Oprah decided she was going to be a gazillionaire. You know, what's her name? My girl Maya Angelou decided that she was going to be a prolific person. I was going to say not even writer, speaker, you know, Nobel Peace winning, none of that kind of stuff, Pulitzer Prize winning or whatever, none of that. But she decided. And so I decided that I was going to be an amazing spiritual creator. That's what I decided. I decided. You know, reinventing myself. I decided just because you are doing a thing does not mean that you have to be trapped in doing that thing for the rest of your life. You don't have to do it, y'all. You know, I decided that I was going to be a writer, y'all, and I am a writer. I am a published author. Speaking of published author, I am looking for people to come and be a published author, especially if it's your first time writing and becoming a published author. I'm looking for people to join me in writing about our grandmothers because I am phenomenally excited to share about mine. And so I thought I would open up the door and allow other people to come in. And I'm looking for probably about 4 to 6 more people to come and join us and help us to get this book out. You know, because I want to bring something positive to the world. You know, we have so much negativity that we can choose to be in a negative space all day and all night. However, I want us to do, I want to put some positivity out into the world. And then I'm also doing a master class on manifesting, manifesting magic, getting into the frequency of abundance. And then I also have another workshop that I'm doing as well. So just be on the lookout and watch the workshops and stuff that I'm putting out on the events page, and on the community tab on YouTube, and on the events page on a TikTok. So I'll have these workshops coming up. I'm going to do them on YouTube, so it's going to be easy to find. Super, super excited that people are wanting this type of information, because when I first started out talking about this stuff, it was very difficult, and it was super, super not a lot of people watching and a lot of hate. And I'm thinking that things are more leveling out, and people are more growing up and more wanting to understand. Thank you so much for tapping and supporting the live. Thank you for helping me meet my life goals. Thank you for helping me meet my life goals. Thank y'all for tapping that screen. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so the thing about reinventing yourself is when you make a decision and you decide that, yes, I'm not going to do this. And here's the thing too, y'all, that I'm learning is, you can't be on both sides of the fence. You have to make a decision and get on one side or the other of the fence. Yeah, this house that I got in the background is so beautiful. I got it off of somebody's Facebook. I get a lot of pictures like that I use for posts and stuff, but I thought that was so beautiful, y'all. I could see myself in there. And so that there's another right there, y'all, right there, right there. Right there is the thing. You heard what I just said? I can see myself right there. I can see myself. Can you see yourself there? Now, I don't know if I can see myself sleeping there, because that thing looks really hard. But I can see myself going there and going someplace that had a reasonable bed. I don't know about nobody else. but but anyway, so God doggone it. Okay. I don't have to be all right. I can't even worry about it. All right. So I'm going to recap reinventing yourself before I log off. But I'm going to recap. Um, so, reinventing yourself, tearing down the walls is what I call this on YouTube. So, the first step is getting clarity on who you are. So, getting clarity on that person that you desire to be. If and I recommend journaling, writing that down. Who do I need to become? Write that down on the top of a piece of paper. Who do I need to become? And then sit with it. I like to light a candle and sit down, in a quiet space. I like to put on some music, especially what's playing right now, some jazz, is playing in the background. I like to put on some jazz and sit down with a candle and ask the question, who do I need to become? And then wait to see what flows through me. And then that'll begin to start to tear down those walls, because once you begin to get clarity on who you are, then you can actually begin to study her so that you can understand her. You can actually begin to, I call it going on a discovery mission. Go on a discovery mission and discover who you are. Discover who she is, you know? And that's what I call it. It's like going on a discovery mission. And so you get the clarity of who you are, who you desire to be. Number two, you understand her. What does she do? What does she eat? Where does she live? Where does she shop? What does she like to do? What are her hobbies? What are things that she wants to do? And a lot of those things will just be you pushed out. Right? This really that okay, you understand where this is going? And so after that, you want to visualize her. So you want to visualize her, visualize where she lives, visualize what she does, visualize an ideal day for her, visualize where she goes, visualize who she keeps company with. All of these things are ideas for how you can visualize her. And then the fourth step is seeing yourself as her. Seeing yourself as her. So as you begin to see yourself as her, then you become her. Then you will embody her, because that really is what this process is. Reinventing yourself and embodying her. Move into a space that feels good to you. Now, I'm eating the last cookie. For those of you that know, you know. The last cookie and some oatmeal. But, and then another part of this too is stepping back. Taking yourself away from the space. Stepping back. Detaching is really what that's called. Detaching. Because, my grandmother used to say, a watch pot never boils. Now, did we understand that when we were kids? Hell no. We didn't understand it. Don't know what that, still really don't really know what that means. But a watch pot never boils. So you keep watching the pot and it just never seems to boil. As soon as you take your eyes off it and go do something else, then the water boils. And it's the same way with this. It's really how this works. You don't sit there and watch it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Amazon analogy as well. You order your stuff from Amazon. You don't go to Amazon and pack it. You don't go find it. You don't go to China and get it. You just wait for it to show up on your doorstep or in your mailbox. You don't even struggle with it. You don't think about it until the day that it doesn't arrive. Now, when it doesn't arrive, it says it's supposed to come tomorrow and it doesn't come tomorrow, then you think about it. And then you're going to check your app and see, did they say it just didn't come or wasn't coming, or do I need to call somebody, or do I need to get my money back, or, then you have questions. And it's the same way with this process. Once you get the clarity and you discover and decide who she is, and you say, you know what, I want to know who she is, and I want to know all about her. When you start doing that, and then you understand her, you start understanding, you want to know all about her. And thank you for tapping. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for helping me meet my life goals. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you for your support. So, seeing yourself as her. So as you begin to do that, I'm telling you, things will start showing up for you. If you see yourself as somebody that's wealthy, I'm telling you, money will begin to follow you and run you down. You'll begin to have money just show up in your mailbox. Like that showed up in mine. I'm about to put it in the bank when I get off this live and using the phone. But yeah, so it'll just begin to run you down. You'll find it. Like I found money in the laundry. Matter of fact, I find money in the laundry almost every time we do laundry. And yeah, I just said, oh, well, that's my tip. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So anyhow, if you're ready to reinvent yourself and you want some support on your journey, then reach out to me, because I am truly on that journey of reinventing. I have been a nurse for over 30 years, and I am reinventing myself to be an entrepreneur because it's time. Thank you, Cassandra, for joining. But yeah, because it's time. Reinventing. Decided, make a decision. That really is what it boils down to. Make a decision, and in the spiritual community is set an intention, but really all it boils down to is making a decision and deciding, and then taking the necessary steps to do the thing. Because here's the thing, I made a video the other day, and I talked about faith and how you need to trust the process and trust God, the universe, source, whatever call him, her, them. But you trust that, and as you do, you just begin to just open up. And just like I talked about with the Amazon thing, just because you asked for something and you said, okay, this is what I want, and this is the decision that I'm making, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so maybe it doesn't come in 12 minutes. Maybe it's not there in, 60 seconds. You know what I mean? Faith, faith, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. Faith. Faith. Faith means you didn't see it yet in the physical, but did you see it in your mind's eye? Thank y'all for helping me meet my life goals. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for joining my team. I absolutely love being on here with y'all and talking about this stuff, because I really hope that it helps you. That's the thing. It's like I could be chilling, y'all, right now. I was actually watching the Bureau of Magical Things on Netflix. Y'all, it's such a cute little show, and it's all about magic, and I love shows about magic. It's awesome. But the Bureau of Magical Things on Netflix. I was like watching that, and I was like, you know what? I want to watch something cute and funny, and and magical, and that's what that show is. And so, I think about that. I'm like, I could be doing that, but I am here, having these conversations because I really want to impact change, and I really want people to, find their peace in this world. That's what I really want. I want people to find their peace, and I want people to know that they can heal, and that they can heal from anything. Because what does it cost you just to believe? Nothing. It's free. And that's another part of reinventing yourself. So I think about things because now that I'm 55 years old, y'all, 55. And so now that I'm 55, I think about things in a different way, because I know that, I probably more than likely have more years behind me than in front of me. And I'm all right with that. But I think about things in a different way because I think about the fact that, possibly, you know, everything is just not even always that serious, and no sense in stressing yourself out about anything. You just think about things in a different way. And so now doing that is like, why should you continue to keep spending so much of your life doing things that you either don't enjoy or that you feel like you are in regret? Why are we spending our life doing that? Why I'm not doing that anymore. And sometimes it's hard decisions that we have to make on this road to reinventing ourselves. There are people that decided to do things and just took leaps and huge risk. And a lot of people are doing that, but a lot of people are not wanting to take those type of risks. So really what is your risk profile? What is it that you would risk to be happy or to do something that you desire? To grow a business, to get a promotion, to get a better job. What is it that you would risk? What would you risk? Thank y'all for tapping the screen. Thank you for helping me meet my life goals. All right. So thank you, YouTube. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I hope it was helpful. Do you have any questions? Reach out to me. Feel free to comment. I try to go back and look at the comments and read the comments. Also, I'm super grateful to be on here. This was day 7, I think, of 30. Yeah. Let me put it on here. Okay, so this was day 7 of 30. So I've been going live for 7 days here on YouTube and also on TikTok. But I'm super excited that you guys are here, and thank you for the taps. Thank you for helping me to meet my live goals. Thank y'all for the roses, because roses are my absolute favorite. But thank y'all for the roses. Thank y'all for checking out my series, because I have series unlocking your intuition and connecting to your spiritual gifts. That's $4.99. And it's a nice little series. It's going to help you understand your spiritual gifts. And then I also have one on how to meditate. And this is for my people that always say, I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to meditate. So I did this series to help you so that you can create that practice of meditation, because that is so huge and paramount to this journey called life. So thank you. I will see you guys on tomorrow for day 8 of 30. And hope your night is amazing, and your day whenever you watch this. And thank y'all for joining. And make sure before you go that you smash the subscribe button and that you hit the bell for notifications of when I come on to go live or upload more content. Thank you for joining me. Bye. All right.